and I said he was going to be lit, and
Bro,
he's
you're
been
just making names up. These not real players. These generated players.
AJ. What team is Benedict Matherin on?
Pacers.
Zach, what the fuck, bro? Not only is he on the Pacers, but he hooped this
Did
year.
he?
Yes, bro.
Benedict Arnold?
Benedict. I almost typed in Benedict fucking Arnold.
What's his name?
And if you ain't fucking with this podcast, then you're just a bitch ass trick.
Welcome back to another episode
it's pink, it's
of
pink.
Save for
Save it for the pink, episode number 112.
Damn, we
My
peaches
booty
and
hole
cream episode.
brown.
Luke, AJ, and me, we in the building. No Phil today. My
You
dog
see the building.
planning his wedding. Got his wedding meeting today, so he wasn't able to make it. But Luke and AJ, y'all are back. Y'all were at camp last week. I know y'all just kind of gave me a rundown, but do you want to give the people a quick, brief rundown on your experience?
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it for sure. A really good teaching camp. And I don't know, clinicians were able to break things down into like really easy to implement and ways to think about reffing and where to be and positioning.
Got you.
Yeah.
What would you say is the number one thing you took away from the camp that you learned?
Well, there's like a ton of stuff that you can do self-talk wise to keep you, I guess, like engaged and just looking for the right things. But so like, yeah, good self-talk. I don't know, phrases or just things to think about, and how to maintain open looks.
Got you.
Yep.
Did they emphasize staying wide at this camp?
Yes.
They
Very much so.
did, but they not as much. Not like Brian did.
Okay.
It was pretty much stay wide, but still move
Yeah.
often. Brian was like stay wide and stay wide.
Yeah. Is there anything you learned from this camp? What's the number one thing you did, if so?
Well, I can agree that the evaluators and clinicians, they did a good job of, and AJ kind of said this, so I'm stealing it from him, but made complex things seem simple. But I love that, we're taught referee the defense.
Yeah.
And that's where our focus needs to be throughout a play. But as soon as that offensive player gathers the ball to shoot, our eyes should be moving to the arms and hands, even if it's a layup.
Yep.
Because that's where we'll be able to see fouls at the basket or on jump shots. So that's probably my favorite thing that I learned.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad y'all had a good time.
It was really smart. And like that's also like the 70-30 rule thing, right?
Yeah.
70% defense, 30%
Yeah.
offense for
Yeah.
the people
Yeah,
that don't
and
know.
then when you pick up the ball,
That's when
it's just switch to
Yeah.
70% offense, 30% defense.
Got you.
And looking at the arms, yeah.
All right, cool. So
I feel like my call accuracy went up just from that alone. Not that I think, like, I didn't have confirmation that I maybe missed something or
Yeah.
called something correctly, but just having that top of mind, I think, just helped. I'm like,
Gotcha.
okay, yeah, I definitely saw that.
And
That's
in your
exactly what I saw.
confidence,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I mean. The confidence.
got you.
Well, we can always look at your game film because you have game film now,
Yeah.
so you can see.
Y'all also didn't answer because y'all were
In my first, the
Well,
first game film that I have from the main court.
yeah.
I
Wait,
get
hold
the,
on.
I get the
You were on
first
main
call
court
wrong.
twice? You were on the main court twice?
No, I think only once.
Oh, okay.
But I got the first call wrong. It was hilarious. It was just an out of bounds. It didn't really affect the game. It was the first minute, and both teams were wearing orange. Like, one team was wearing orange, the other one had
Yeah.
an orange and gray jersey on. At the beginning of the game, we were like, "How the hell are we gonna do this?"
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
funny.
it was like an out of bounds, and in my mind, because I knew it when it happened. I was like,
Mhm.
as soon as I inbounded the ball, I was like, "Oh wait, that was the other orange."
Yeah, that would have thrown me off too.
Because that's something that we can. I was gonna mention. I have a chart that has all the formulas in it already, to where you will put in like whether it's a correct call, incorrect call, correct no call, or incorrect no call, and then why and what time in the game and all that. We can
Yeah.
chart your film,
Let's do it.
and it'll tell you like the percentage that you got right or whatever.
Were y'all wearing GoPros or something?
We're wearing glasses with cameras on them,
Oh,
like
that's
on the
lit.
middle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
Y'all was rocking the Vision Pros?
so they
Yes,
they
sir.
didn't have lenses, like they had a camera lens obviously, but no actual like lenses on the glasses. It was just a frame with a camera.
Okay.
And the idea is a good idea, because then you can see where your head is facing generally, but you're not actually tracking your eyes at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can have my head this way and be
Yeah,
looking that
exactly.
way without turning my head.
Facts.
Sneaky Lukey.
And so I would have preferred, and obviously I mean we're probably a far way away from this in the future, but like being able to track where my eyes are actually looking versus where versus where my head is
We're probably
facing.
not that far away if you get Vision Pro.
Yeah, and Luke
Nah,
was
sure.
so excited about Vision Pro. I'm actually
was.
sad you
I
weren't
was.
on the last podcast because we briefly talked about it.
But yeah, I looked at my camera, I looked at my glasses film, and bro, it looks like I just fucking shook my head back and forth for 20 minutes
Yeah.
straight. Like, I don't know how I wasn't dizzy refereeing or like my neck didn't hurt.
You're
'cause
like this
Hey,
little
yeah.
thing.
in the video, like I'm looking up and down, left
Yeah.
and right, like just fucking everywhere. And so I downloaded the video, but then I ended up deleting it because it's useless.
Yeah.
Like there were times when I'm like, oh great, I remember this play. Like
Well, maybe that's something that you can get better at, not moving your head so much. Because that probably means you're ball watching.
no.
No,
I
I'm
don't-
just kidding.
I don't generally ball watch, but there's a play I remember 21. I called an illegal screen on Blue 21, and I was at lead,
You checked out
and I checked the glasses, and my head's moving around so much that I can't even fucking tell like what's going on. So I was like, because I remember when the play happened relative to me putting the glasses on. It was like within 2 minutes of that. So I was like, okay, let me watch this. I'm watching. I'm like, okay, it's coming up right now. And as soon as it happened, I was like, what the fuck? Like I just deleted it. I was like, I can't even tell what's going
Yeah.
on. So.
Wait, and you had the terrible game. You had the glasses on,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That was a
the
Colton.
one.
Yeah.
Mine was actually the game I had was actually pretty good.
It's not like the glasses really distracted me that much. Like you have to get used to them, and they move around
It
a little
feels
bit,
weird.
like on your face. But
yeah.
yeah, that was
It
just,
wasn't
that
helpful
just happened to
still
be
for
the
me.
bad game,
Yeah.
and it was also I got it for the second half of that game, which is when shit just went downhill.
Yeah, you got that.
But I think I put into the universe. I was like, because I told the crew, I was like, if we get the glasses, I want it to be first half,
Yeah.
just in case like it does bother me or something. And I guess the glasses bothered my partners because they did a shit job.
All right, moving on though. So outside of that, outside of camp, y'all had a good week. Anything to update the people about?
No, everything's been good. Trying to refinance the house, and that's not going good. But other than that, it's fine.
Obviously, I don't know shit about houses and refinance. Like, how soon can you refinance?
Well, within the first year or after the first year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's already been a year y'all having the place? Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, about to be.
It's flown by.
Actually, yeah, it might have just been a year. Yeah.
Got you. All right, cool. If y'all don't have anything else, we can go right into the topics. So, I'm sure something AJ's super excited about is Netflix is opening up a restaurant, or at least a pop-up restaurant, that is going to be serving food that has been shown on different Netflix shows so that viewers can try it.
All shows or just cooking shows?
It just said shows. It didn't
Oh, okay.
say specifically.
I hope it's all shows.
What would be a show that y'all want to try Netflix food from?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, what would
I don't even know.
Netflix only shows?
That is a good question.
What are some? Obviously,
They
there's
put us on the spot.
Stranger Things is the first thing that comes to mind, but there's not
Yeah,
like
let's
any
get food from back in the
speci-
80s.
There's no
Ew.
specific food.
When
School
she,
food?
you're gonna say when she eats the fries and chicken tenders when she first
An Eggo
escapes.
waffle. They have Eggo waffles there.
Yeah,
Nah, but y'all think that's a lit idea?
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
yeah. I think it could be. The idea is good. We'll see
Hon-
what
honestly-
they have out there.
What they're probably doing is just opening up a studio you know,
Mm-hmm.
because they'll be able to film cooking shows there, and then have it be a restaurant. Also, they could
Yeah.
probably do some live, like a live cooking event or something like that too.
Yeah.
Where is the restaurant?
I think it said it was going to be L.A., which would
Dang.
make sense.
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
make sense. I was hoping Miami, but
Nah, we
if I gotta make a trip, we gotta make a trip.
Hey.
Nah, but the memes that came out of it were pretty funny.
Like
People
what?
were like, as soon as they find out that you're
Oh, yeah.
sharing meals, and then
Yeah,
it
I saw
showed
that.
someone getting shot.
Yeah.
Of course, people were like, "Oh, can you Netflix and chill in the bar or whatever?" But nah, it would be interesting to see. And if it is a pop up, hopefully it does make its way down here. If it is something cool and successful.
Mhm.
Oh, like the movie, The Chef, with Jon Favreau and
I've never seen.
remember
that.
he was on there's a show, I'm sorry, a movie about a guy that gets a food truck and drives to, or buys a food truck in Miami and then drives out. He's making like Cubans and stuff.
Oh,
Drives to
okay.
LA.
Oh, there's actually one Netflix show. I forget what it was called, but it had it is a cooking show. I think it had like an Asian dude in it. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, Roy Choi,
What was it called? Do you remember?
The Chef Show.
It's not called The Chef Show, is it? Then
Well, he
if-
might have another
oh,
one too.
okay. Hold on, I'm gonna look up Netflix
Asian.
originals. No, not that, but I just want to see what other things are. So, oh, I didn't even know Matilda had a show.
Oh my gosh, what did they eat in what's this in Wednesday?
Oh,
Like if they did like
Yeah,
Wednesday
yeah.
type theme stuff, or
Yeah.
no, that'd be good.
So they have
if like Joe had a favorite sandwich from you or something like that, and they would make it,
Black Mirror.
or like those
Wednesday,
cookies
like
that
you
they had in
said.
season 3, or like remember, Love had a bakery.
Yeah.
Maybe they had those bakery items. I
And in the
don't know.
most recent season, he used to get like
Oh.
Indian food all the time.
Is it cake? I'm sure they'll have is it cake type
Oh yeah,
type foods.
probably.
yeah.
Ozark, were there any good foods in that?
In
Orange is-
Ozark, I don't think
Orange
so.
is the new black.
Missouri.
They serve you some prison food.
I mean, if that's what you're paying for, that's buns.
All right, moving on. So, this is a topic that was suggested to me by one of my followers on
Wait.
Instagram.
You just missed a great opportunity to segue from the prison food to the white people food.
Oh yeah, you're right. So okay, we'll keep it on food. So, in China, there is a viral trend going on of them eating white people food, quote unquote, and calling it lunch of the suffering,
Of the suffering, yeah.
which
As a challenge.
is hilarious. And when they say white people food, it's supposed to be European food, obviously, I guess. But even seeing the white people food made by the Asians, I was like, this actually looks better than some of the white people food.
I've only saw some of the memes, so I don't know like what was actually made.
Yeah.
But obviously it looked unseasoned. And then I saw some what was that shit? Oh, the Lunchables.
Yeah.
I seen some people eating
Yes.
Lunchables and shit, which is kind of funny.
And so I can actually tell the people as to why they were
The
doing
people.
this in China. Hold on, let me get to my
Shout out to the
bookmarks
people.
real quick. So
people.
they said, hold on, where is it? People have been sharing photos of their meals on Chinese social media platform. Da da da. It's so confusing. Wait, hold on, I skipped it. Okay, so however, these kinds of lunches have been proven to be torturous for the people in China, and apparently the trend is connected to the country's 996 work culture, where employees work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 6 days a week for 72 hours. Still not exactly what I wanted, but on this last slide. The point of the white people's meals is to learn what it feels like to be dead. But and then someone was like, "But
What
I've
it
taken
feels to be dead?
two bites and it was so bad and made me realize how alive I am." So like that's how unseasoned and uncultured white people's food is.
Jeez.
It should
Shout
be,
out to Matt.
People should be embarrassed.
Shout out to Matt. Shout out to Lindsay.
I bet that food tastes like what watching baseball feels like.
Bro, watching baseball is really exciting. Real quick. You're gonna have to cut this out, but there's volume coming from the TV. I don't know if the microphones are good enough to pick it up.
No, I can't hear in here.
Okay, good.
But as I was reading it, and I'm thinking, even when we think of like American food, like the most popular things are still shit from other countries. Like I feel like what does America even have?
Chinese food.
Like barbecue,
Chinese food.
hamburger and fries, hot dogs.
Yeah, soul
Hot
food.
dogs.
Soul food is really American
Yeah,
food, but
soul
that's the
food
only
as
food
well.
that started here.
I have no idea.
Other than like if you had like a native whatever Native American dishes are, or
Yeah.
or I guess
couldn't
probably
even
some
tell you what
Mexican
that
dishes and stuff.
This reminds
Corn
me.
stuff.
This reminds me of that one Twitter post that blew up about school lunches in America versus other places, and how buns our lunch looked.
Yes,
Yeah.
and in Spain and Italy,
They're getting,
it
like,
looked
lobster and
amazing
shit.
over there. Yes,
And
bro.
shrimp.
It's wild to me.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you were to go to, I mean,
If
they
you
have
go to-
McDonald's
if
over
you go to,
there
like-
and shit.
Yeah, but if you go to like China, I want to see what their school lunches are like because they have more people than us. The thing with comparing some countries to some countries is that we have a ton of people here, so it's just like the economy of scale and
But
having.
they have way more people over there, like you just said.
and where? I mean, I want to see how China would be
Uh,
because China's.
I think
They're
theirs look
very-
better than.
You think they're better?
No,
I think they would
no,
probably
there was
be
a
just as bad.
no. Everyone was better than ours.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't see that then.
Yeah.
But health-wise, I don't know, because, like, in China, they don't have rules, bro. They just put MSG in whatever they want. And maybe it tastes better, but it's not going to be better
yeah,
for you.
we have rules, but I feel like, and I'm not saying compared to China, but I feel
I
like
was saying
compared
specifically to China,
okay.
but when you compare to, like,
Yeah.
the UK, the UK, the entire country is maybe a little bit bigger than Florida. And you go to Spain, and it might be, like, just the southeast, maybe less, maybe a couple states, in landmass-wise and population size. That's when it gets, like, when you have to have free or, like, very, like, subsidized public lunch.
So
It's going to get worse and worse the bigger the population.
So I quickly pulled up the post. I mean, this isn't the like original one that I saw, but Japan, like they have rice with a fried egg on top. It looks like maybe some chicken, maybe fish, some vegetables. Looks delicious. Spain, they have some rice with shrimp on top, some soup, some bread. Looks amazing. Germany, can't really tell what that is.
Yeah, all these
Brazil.
countries are way smaller than us.
Yeah, Brazil. Yes, Brazil is smaller
No,
than
yeah,
us,
Brazil's
but it's
not
still
way smaller.
huge.
But yeah, okay,
But
Brazil's a
rice,
good one.
beans, plantains, vegetables, salad, bread, like bro, this
Damn, I'm
all
trying to go to
looks
school
amazing.
somewhere else.
Okay, here's China. Let's see if it actually says what's in it. So a midday meal from rice and soybeans to eggs, soy products, meats, and savory pork. Aesthetically, it doesn't look as pleasing as everything else, but I'm sure it still tastes better. France, I mean, here you could see it, AJ. You could just scroll through, but our school lunches were absolutely terrible. You get that milk in a carton, yeah, Pop-Tart.
The pizza
Pizza
Mexican
squares.
pizza square. I don't even know why we called it Mexican pizza. Was it actually? Is it actually like influenced by Mexico?
Dang,
don't know.
Finland, they got crepes.
We never had.
Yeah,
Mexican-
I did see that. Bro,
Italy, they have salmon on some arugula.
bro,
A little bit of pasta.
other countries had some lit stuff.
But I want to know if the kids.
But I feel I wonder if they like these pictures seem very manicured. You know,
I mean, it could be.
they're all at the same table.
I just want to
Australia,
know if the
cheese
people
toast.
over in those countries feel the same way about their lunches as we do
Yeah.
about ours. Because yeah, to us,
Ireland looks like someone's mom made a sandwich.
what do they even have over there outside of potatoes?
It's just a sandwich.
Yeah, that's what the people in China are eating right now.
Exactly, that's a white people food.
Yeah.
The lunch of suffering.
Damn.
All right, moving on. So, what I was going to get to earlier, a topic that was suggested by one of my followers, and sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, but Nivek Srednas.
You
Probably
definitely didn't
butchered,
do that right.
probably butchered it. Srednas. All right, he sent me a picture
There
of
was
a
more
father.
letters in the second one.
I don't know. But he sent a picture of a father kissing his child on the lips, and he was curious as to what we thought, because there have been a lot of people going in on the father and saying it's inappropriate. And the same thing happened with the game not that long ago. I think he did a photo shoot with his daughter where he was kissing her on the lips. So what do y'all think about being a parent and kissing your child on the lips?
I think it probably depends on how old that child is, but is when it starts to get weird. But I don't think it's weird for you someone to kiss their son on the lips like a young child.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't raised that way, so I think it's kind of weird. But at the same time,
So
like,
you're saying you
there-
think it's weird. So if you saw it, would you judge other people for doing it?
I mean, I judge people for doing less than that. So probably, would I say something? No.
Yeah.
Like, for me, if that's the way they were raised and that's what they want to do with their kid, then that's what they want to do with their kid. Then
Yeah.
it's fine. Like, I mean, it doesn't affect me any way. I'll go about my day the same. But it is kind of weird. Like, that's not how I was raised. So seeing like kissing on the lips to me is something that's just more intimate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I wasn't raised that way. That's how it
Got
comes
you.
off to me.
Yeah.
I also feel like it's an older thing. Like back then, it wasn't as big a deal. Like as we progress as a society, I feel like kissing on the lips becomes more. Like, because some people even in different countries, they'll greet each other with a kiss on the lips.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's kind of just, yeah.
And I mean, obviously in America, globally, but specifically in America, like everything's over sexualized.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, they see it as.
I think we're becoming more sensitive to it as a society because I definitely saw that growing up and people didn't really feel like it was weird, especially if it was like younger, like 4 and under.
Yeah.
Once the kid starts going to
Like
school,
25?
that's when your kid's 11 years old. Like,
Yeah.
Hold on, chill out. But yeah,
What did you say? You didn't say
No,
whether
I
it was weird or
haven't
not?
said anything either. I mean, did me and my family do it? No. Actually, during my wedding, my mom kissed me on the lips. I think it was accidental. Like, I was so fucking thrown off by it. But growing up, no, we didn't kiss on the lips like that. I don't want to say, like, other people doing it is weird, and I definitely wouldn't judge them for it. I mean, do what you do. I don't think it's a sexual act.
Yeah.
It's just you showing affection to your child, and that's the way that you do it. And I feel like it's also in both situations. This situation where it's the father kissing the son, there's a subset of people that not only are seeing it as like a sexual and like, ew, why are you kissing a child, but also like that's a quote unquote gay thing to do. Like, why are you as a man kissing a boy? And then the other side of it is the game kissing his daughter. Like, why as a grown man are you kissing a little girl like that? So, I mean, people have their fucked up views as to both sides of the argument. But I don't think it's wrong in any type of way.
Yeah,
People-
I don't know.
People just got to mind their business. Like, everyone wants to be fucking offended by everything. Everyone wants to cancel everybody for everything. Like,
Everyone
let
wants to-
people.
everyone
Wait,
wants to
were
have a
people
say.
canceling this person? For
I'm not sure, but
because I don't think.
if I had to assume, I'd say yes. Again, when it happened with the game, people were going in on the game. Like, this is
Yeah, I mean,
inappropriate.
people go in on Tom Brady about.
Oh
him.
yeah, I
But
forgot
no,
about
but
that.
nobody like cancels Tom Brady. Like
Yeah.
nobody, you know.
Yeah, that is. But I mean,
So people are going in on somebody, but they're not gonna like.
yeah. And then it just sucks. Again, it comes down to our culture, because I feel like a lot of people saw Tom Brady do it, and they're just like, "Oh, that's white people shit." But then they see again the game do it, and they're like, "Why? Why would you do that? Like, that's white people shit." And I don't think it's white people shit. I'm just saying what other people are saying. I just
don't
think
know.
again, people should just mind their own fucking
Yeah.
business. That father is probably a great father. There's so many shitty people, shitty parents out here, and you trying to find a way to knock this man down for taking a picture with his child.
Right. He's in the kid's life.
Something else that he wanted to talk about, and I probably won't spend too much time on it because we've gone in circles on shit that men are allowed and not allowed to do. But he said that black women say that 6 things straight black men shouldn't be doing or participating in because it's quote unquote gay. And he said smoke hookah, wear ankle jewelry, go to brunch, wear man bags or purses, have anal sex with women, or suck or eat popsicles.
That's just stupid.
Yes. And we've talked about it on this podcast. Like, men should, there's no textbook definition.
Y'all eat popsicles? That's good.
There's no textbook definition on what, outside of like biology, I guess, on what a man is and what a man should be doing and what makes a man.
And even people are
Bro, I be
arguing
going to
that.
brunch
People
all
are
the
arguing
time.
that now.
I'm going to brunch all the time.
Yeah. If
Like-
people want to call me sassy for going to brunch, go ahead.
Yeah.
Y'all be on a brunch?
And I be eating popsicles. I fuck with a good popsicle. Orange flavored.
Actually, while we on the topic, when y'all did y'all have like ice cream
Yeah.
men that came to the neighborhood?
Ice cream trucks.
Ice cream trucks.
What is
Granddaddy ice
not
cream.
know
men.
His was just a man.
ice cream men?
Granddaddy ice cream men.
A truck, an ice cream truck.
Oh,
A granddaddy
gosh.
truck.
Ice cream men. I was like, what is that?
Anyways,
You all never had men put ice cream on their body and you
Yeah, that's what I thought he was going. I'm like, Zach, why do we have to go here every time?
No. Did y'all ever have
Yes.
ice cream trucks come to the
Yes.
neighborhood? What was y'all go-to ice cream snack?
Probably, honestly, bro. It depends on how it's feeling. But,
Yeah, same.
But SpongeBob's hit
Those
back
were
in the day.
Terrible.
No, I never had the SpongeBob
The
one.
idea of it was lit because I love
Yeah.
SpongeBob and you love SpongeBob, but they were always terrible, bro. The
Really?
one, the
No, I like
taste,
them.
and two, the look.
Yeah, I
The
didn't like
eyes were
They always look crazy. But I like cotton candy.
Oh, because the eyeballs were cotton candy, right?
No,
the
those
whole
were
thing was
they were
in it.
gumballs.
Oh, okay.
There were different flavors, but cotton candy was a big one. What else? So for a little while I liked the ice cups that had the gum at the bottom,
Okay.
like
Oh,
the
yeah.
cone thing.
Yeah.
The chocolate eclairs though, but you can get them at school.
Mm-hmm.
So like if they had ice cream day at school or whatever, so I wouldn't get them too much, but those were up there. And then like probably a sandwich cookie or like an Oreo
Like
thing.
the ice cream sandwich cookies.
Yeah, if I was
Yeah.
gonna if you were getting one of those, but if it was one that had like the soft serve and stuff,
Yeah.
and you can get it dipped with the cookie crunch, please. Like,
Wait, I never had them with soft serve.
yeah,
in my
they would have
neighborhood.
things where you can like,
Yeah,
where
man.
you can make sundaes or put like cookie crunch on it and
What
stuff.
the heck?
The strawberry shortcake pops were always
Yeah.
lit to me. Those were
Oh,
always
those are
fire.
okay.
What?
Oh, those are
Okay.
I thought that was okay.
You like cheesecake though,
That
so
is
it's
true.
like it kind
Yeah.
of
That is true.
it's like a strawberry cheesecake kind
One
of thing.
thing that is super big, like, I don't like basic shit, but one thing that I do like that is basic as fuck,
Yeah.
that I'm not ashamed to admit, just a basic ice cream sandwich. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah,
what
yeah.
it is about a basic ice cream sandwich.
Yeah.
I always loved it.
yeah.
Always hit every single time. The chocolate tacos, the choco tacos.
Yeah, they were
I never
okay.
really liked those.
I don't
but
think
feel
I
like
ever had those.
Everyone fucked with them.
I think they
Dang.
just like
my
the
truck.
idea of
My
it,
truck was
but
just different.
What did you have in your truck?
No, I mean,
You were in PSL, so
yeah. No, the ice cream sandwich, like those are classics. But I can't remember the names of anything. But there's one that's red and blue.
Like a
A popsicle that's red and blue.
oh,
and you
like the rocket one,
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
rocket pop.
I don't know what
You
it's
just
called.
buy
Oh, it's
those
called-
from the store. I
Yeah.
a lot of
the
these
the
you can buy
USA
from the
ones
store.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but yeah, that one I used to fuck with.
Oh, there's one.
And then there's an orange popsicle that I think it was white on the inside.
Creamsicle, orange creamsicle.
I think so, but I can't remember what the name is.
You
So
would like the cream.
those two, and again, we're talking about popsicles.
Yeah.
Two of my favorite were popsicles.
And
But
see,
I mean, I used to be outside playing,
yeah.
and then you hear. So you want something like, I don't know. To me, refreshing more than like sweet.
Oh,
Like
see,
chocolate.
I'm on the opposite. I'm not really a popsicle person. I'm more
Same.
of like a
Oh, really?
chocolatey.
If I'm playing
ice cream.
outside,
On the
I'm not.
spec- on the
I feel like I'm not gonna want chocolate.
On the spectrum, me and Zach are further from popsicles than Lucky.
Yeah. Oh, I'm super popsicle. Two popsicles at once.
Two
Hey.
popsicles, DP.
Two popsicles, one cup.
Yeah, that's
You're
what
the
you're
new
talking about, right?
DP.
The rocket one.
Yeah, that shit used to be fire.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
but
think-
Costco, you can get them at Costco or BJ's for a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, but I don't.
You
do
know what
that
else
no
is
more.
good? That the Nestle like ice cream cone thing with the little chocolate at the bottom.
A drumstick.
Drumstick.
Yeah,
yes.
the
Those are
drumsticks.
Bro,
decent.
drumsticks.
But you
I
can get that
used
at
to
school, too.
love
Yeah, you
those.
could have. Yeah.
The caramel ones. Oh my god.
But the thing is, at school they had the cotton candy like
Oh,
icy things that you would scrape with the wooden spoon.
Yeah.
And
They did have those at mine. Too.
cotton candy Italian ice is my favorite thing every single time.
Oh, not me.
Yeah. I just like.
I
it.
fuck
don't
with
know.
cotton candy, but I don't know. They had other
like cotton
Italian ice
candy.
flavors, so I was
Yeah.
like, I'll just get other ones.
Like,
Like
yeah,
you-
I don't really like lemon that much, so.
What? Damn.
But
I'm
I
finding a
will. But I
whole
will
bunch
do
of
like a
that.
frozen lemonade. But
Oh, okay.
You
It's
you
not
like
like-
a frozen lemonade?
yeah, but it's
Yeah, those hit every time.
Yeah.
but if I'm going for something, I'd rather do other things. But if they
Yeah.
have them, then I'm like.
Yeah,
and
like
that's the only
anytime I
thing.
go to Disney or Universal, I get the frozen lemonade.
Yes.
which
Or
is so
if
fun.
I'm
Yeah, we
like
should
at
take
a
a Disney trip,
Yeah, what if we all took a Disney trip?
that'd be kind of lit. Or
yeah,
Universal.
It would be lit. Universal. I
Y'all
think
like
would be
roller
lit.
coasters?
Yeah, I love
I'll
roller
bet.
coasters. I don't
Yeah.
like heights though.
Maybe we should go to Busch Gardens and then we can make
Ooh, I haven't
Mimi
been to
go
Busch
with
Gardens
us.
in years.
Busch
I've
Gardens.
actually-
If you like,
He just said
if
you don't like
guys-
heights though.
If you like
No,
rides,
I like rides. I just don't like straight down drops.
Oh, but the
If you
biggest
like-
one at Busch Gardens is
yeah, if you like
straight down
rides,
drop.
Busch Gardens is probably the best park.
I've actually
Florida.
never been to Busch Gardens in Florida. I've only been to the Virginia
The
one.
Virginia one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like pound for pound, there's the rides.
For pound?
Yeah, like ride for ride, the rides are better at
Really?
Busch Gardens. Yeah,
I've
and there's more of them.
I've been to Busch Gardens. I don't know why. I fuck with Universal more.
Universal's cool, but it's like they're. If you like roller coasters, then I would say Busch Gardens is better, because like Universal will have some roller coasters have some like
Experiences.
more experiences
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, that's true. The only one I don't like is that space one at Universal. That shit fucked me up last time. The experience one. It's just like you're in a thing and you're moving around.
Oh, like in a space rover or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
That one kind of fucked me up. Like usually I'm Gucci. Like I could go
Yeah.
on roller coasters
Yeah.
nonstop all day, but for whatever reason that shit fucked me up.
Yeah. Nah, I definitely need to go to Busch Gardens.
Let's go.
I've never been.
Bro,
It-
that would be so fun to go
We
as
could do it.
adults, like as a
Yeah.
group though.
It would. I'm sure Tati would be down.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah,
we
I
didn't
feel like
invite
Tati
her.
would be.
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
She just loves doing little kid shit with as an adult.
Like I want to do her shit with my friends.
And she likes roller coasters.
Yeah, she loves
Oh.
roller. She's a
Bet.
little. She's way more pussy than me actually. Because when we went
She's a
to
little more way more.
nah, because I just remember when we were at Universal.
I am down to do Harry Potter World too, though.
Harry Potter.
Harry
bro.
Potter.
Nah,
Go in my bed.
she was down for a lot of rides, but there were some rides she was like, yeah, I can't do that, and they
Oh,
weren't like
okay.
straight. Because she's the same way. She doesn't like straight down drops,
Yeah.
but she didn't want to do the Jurassic Park ride.
Bro,
the
that
new
one's
one that they
chill.
have. No, the new one that they have.
Oh,
It's like the
it's a new one,
Velociraptor
yeah.
or some shit.
Oh, I don't think I've been on that.
So we didn't do that, and then there was like a King Kong ride that she didn't want to do. But now we need to figure that out.
But
I'm down.
I'm down too.
All right, moving.
And they probably got great deals for
my
Florida
bad.
people.
Yeah, especially in the summer.
Bro, they make it sound like being a Florida resident, like you get to spend like $2 to go to Disney. Like,
Oh, no,
being
it's
a
still
Yeah,
expensive.
it's still dumb expensive.
It's expensive,
But-
but you buy in January, then you have the whole year.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
really?
like the thing. Yeah,
Okay.
But another thing is
you buy the
the
year one. Yeah,
the year pass you're saying. The year pass is kind of cheap.
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you get it's like unlimited but no holidays, I think is like the best one.
Okay.
It's probably gonna
Cuz
do
it's like
wonders
if
for
you
them.
go twice, you get your money's worth.
Mhm.
So if you go 3 times, 4 times, whatever, like at that point you're just getting it for free.
Yeah. But I don't know if I'm trying to drive to Orlando that many times. Like,
Well, that's
if
what I'm
I,
saying. When the Bright Line makes a connection
Oh,
up there, I feel like
yeah.
it's gonna be.
But I
chilly.
also hear, I don't know, because Brightline, I think my dad sent me an article. You can go with like 4 or 5 people, and it's still kind of like expensive to go. Like, it's
Oh,
not.
yeah.
I feel like I'd still be saving way more money driving.
I don't know. I haven't checked the prices.
Yeah. Well, I'll see if I can.
Brightline, if you're listening, lower your fucking prices.
Yeah, they need because they started off cheap and then they just got dumb expensive.
We just need a rail system that's government ran or owned for the entire country.
So it is for 4 people. I mean, it's so $100 per person, $400 round trip. So if each person paid $100, but if I'm driving, I'm not spending $100.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah,
gas.
of course. And if you're driving with 4 people and you're just splitting gas,
At
you're
least
spending,
in my car,
you're spending
$10.
$10.
Y'all's car, you might be spending $100.
Yeah, but even if you spend $100 split by 4 people, that's nothing. So yeah, it's a lot better to drive.
Exactly. All right, moving on. So I know y'all weren't here last week. You listened to the podcast, the entire podcast.
And I listened to not the entire thing, but
I just want to hear y'all takes.
And this part, I listened to this part
on the Michael Jackson.
Real quick, before AJ goes or I go.
You just go.
I feel like the conversation changed multiple times.
Did it?
At first, it was, would Michael Jackson have the most followers on Instagram? And then somehow
the initial question is, how many followers would Michael Jackson have? That's what the question is.
Yeah. Okay. Because it seemed that the question was, would he have the most? Because you mentioned Instagram having the most. Mm-hmm. And I think Tatiana asked, like, who has the most and who has the second most, and Cristiano came up. But then you and Phil agreed that he would have 100 million.
Like so Phil's question is, how many followers would Michael Jackson have? Deli and JB kind of implied that he would probably be the most followed person on Instagram. So that's probably how he got on that conversation. Okay. And my whole point is kids aren't going to be following an old man, no matter how famous he is.
You don't have to give your point again.
I know.
Listen.
And then Tatiana and Phil were like, oh, if he's active, but that's a huge if. So what's y'all takes?
Yeah, if he's active and if it's like, if it's an active account but not really run by him.
Yeah.
I think he would have 100 million, but I don't think that he would be the most followed person, because the most followed person's like 700 or 800 million.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be the most followed either.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's our takes. Like, I feel like that's...
Well, AJ, how many do you think?
Yeah, I mean, 100 million, 200 million maybe.
Yeah.
But it all depends on... The thing is, it all depends on how active he is and how he didn't even really like being in the public eye like that. So I feel like he could definitely be someone who just stays off of it.
Yeah.
You know, and still like does like maybe, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I can.
Maybe however many Steve Harvey has or something.
Let's see how many.
Because Steve Harvey doesn't really be on it like that, but he has
Steve
a team
Harvey has less than
that takes care of it.
And that's why I think he wouldn't have that many. Again, Madonna was like the most comparable person.
Yeah, I would think more than Steve Harvey, but Steve Harvey also kind of put some work into his.
It's wild.
Steve Harvey has 10 million.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Maybe like more like a Will Smith. What does Will Smith have?
And
Will Smith has 63 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like.
Michael Jackson would have to be
I don't know.
Will Smith level of consistency
to
have over 100
million.
And
you made a good point where
being relevant.
The demographic on Instagram is younger than Michael Jackson's. I guess people who listen to Michael Jackson growing up.
Yeah. I just wish Phil was here this week and y'all were here.
No, we'd be having this conversation for 3 more hours.
AJ, did you see what I sent on Discord today?
You're frustrated.
I am, because Phil can never just admit being wrong. Phil, yes, I'm talking shit, bro, so hopefully you're listening. But there was a post about who had the best NFL nickname. It was a bunch of like Deion Sanders, Primetime, Beast Mode, all that stuff.
A tweet. Yeah.
And so Phil responds, Weapon X, which is
Brian Dawkins.
Brian Dawkins, which is fair. Like, if you're biased, that's fine, whatever. And then Luke responds like, bro, you're so biased. What'd you say? Like, you're biased in some other shit?
I can't remember exactly
what section was them opening?
Oh yeah. I said Dante Hall. His nickname is...
Yeah, Human Joystick. And I also responded to Phil saying, it's not a bad nickname at all. It's just nobody knows who Weapon X is. And he's like, wrong. He didn't say wrong, but he did.
And the
disagree.
list, if you look at the list, AJ, on Twitter, because it's not on the Discord.
Yeah, I didn't know who Weapon X was either.
Huh?
I didn't know who Weapon X was.
But you know who Beast Mode is.
Yeah.
And you know who Megatron is.
Yes.
And Primetime. Like, these were some of the people in the tweet that Phil responded to and said Weapon X, even though they were in the tweet. Like the tweet did mention like, oh, if you have another one,
Yeah.
comment what the other is, and that's why he commented because he had another one.
Yeah,
in
I don't
mind.
care about
he
him
says
saying
he
Weapon
just
X.
said being
That's-
the most well known and best nickname are two different
yeah.
arguments.
Yeah.
And I never disagreed with that. Like if
But
that's
for it-
if that's his take, that's fine.
Yeah,
But
My-
why is
my-
Weapon
I-
X a good nickname though?
it's only because it's his favorite team.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
favorite player like that.
Yeah.
That again, that's fine. I don't care. It's just my point was nobody knows who Weapon X is, and Phil
Which is
was like,
facts.
"That's not true." And of course, he's gonna name like two people that know him
Yeah.
and know who the fuck Brian Dawkins is. But anyways, moving on. I'm gonna chill on my dog Phil.
Get it
No,
off your chest.
we need to keep. We
Tamer.
need to keep giving it up.
All right, get it off your chest. I had streaming sites being shut down left and right. All my go-tos, my illegal sites. Don't arrest
Oh,
me,
really?
FBI. Yeah, they keep getting shut down.
Dang, which ones?
Jeez.
So I used to have
Crack
one.
streams.
Well, even before I had a site that you could watch all live TV. It had like all the channels. It was called ustv.go. That got shut down a while ago. Honestly, I haven't even checked if it's back up. A lot of the sports ones over the years have been shut down. I also heard recently that like several big time illegal streamers got like convicted to like 30 years
Damn.
in jail.
Jeez.
But then most recently, Soap Today. I don't know if y'all have ever heard or used it.
Nope.
That just got shut down, and I'm heartbroken. A lot of people use Soap Today.
What's on there?
Literally everything. Like any movie and show you want to watch is on there. That's how I watched a lot of my Love Island. I know people don't care about that, but I've watched other movies and whatnot on there. And that leads to my next point is I think I said it on the last podcast, but I'm done with Netflix because my dad kicked me off his account.
Damn.
So I was going to rely on Soap Today heavily to watch all the Netflix shows that I can no longer watch, like the new Love is Blind, and I can no longer watch
Oh
it
wait,
on Soap
the
Today.
queer one.
Yes.
So then, why do you want to support Netflix restaurant if you don't fuck with Netflix?
I mean, I said I'd check it out. And I'm an OG Netflix person. We've had it since the DVDs.
Maybe just go halvesies with Tati on Netflix.
No, I actually might run it back because Tatiana's mom got Peacock. So
Check-
maybe I'll cancel
Mm.
my Peacock and then just get Netflix again.
And
Wait,
then just-
Peacock? How much you paying for that?
Uh,
Well, you don't have to put that out.
No, I could say I don't care.
Oh.
Peacock used to be free, but they did away with the.
Yeah.
I also had the premiere one the entire time, because King of Queens wasn't on the free version.
Yeah, honestly, bro, I would get rid of Peacock and get something else.
I actually fuck with Peacock heavy though. Not that I watch like a whole bunch of shit on there, but
So then, why do you fuck with Peacock heavy if you don't watch a bunch? Do you really fuck with it heavy?
I pay $5 a month. $5 a month.
That's not bad.
Oh,
yeah.
that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's less than I. That's a lot less than I thought. Bro,
But we have ads.
Oh,
The ad free is $10.
it's still not bad.
Yeah. How much is Netflix? Like $15.
I thought it was
more
like
than 15?
$13.99 or $12.99 or something like that, somewhere around there, maybe 15.
And speaking of which, Netflix saw their biggest spike in
In
subscribers.
signups,
Yeah, signups in a long time.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
I mean, I'm still gonna keep Netflix, but I do share like Hulu, and some others. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. HBO Max and some others with people.
HBO
So-
mics.
I don't mind if I have to pay for Netflix. But there are ways around like streaming, like getting streaming services for cheap or free. So I didn't know this, but if you have a Capital One card,
Oh, I was gonna say that too.
yeah, you get certain streaming services for free or
Really?
discounted. If you have
Is that the Asian guy, Zach? Look at him.
No, I don't. Think
he's on
this
the
is
bottom-
it.
he's on the
yeah, I
bottom.
see him, but I don't think this is the shit.
also if you have certain like phone carriers, you can get free
Oh, yeah.
stuff too.
Yep.
So like with
AT&T?
T-Mobile,
Oh.
Cindy gets free MLB TV, which is like NBA League Pass.
So
So it's every game.
all
So-
of us have AT&T, right?
Yeah.
Bro, AT&T.
Oh,
I
AT&T
think-
doesn't.
They have HBO
Yeah,
Max.
AT&T I think is the best phone provider, and they have zero
But
type of.
But they used to have HBO Max.
Oh, they don't have
Yeah,
it no more.
they didn't renew that contract
Ah.
only this year, so they had it up to this year, up to
Gotcha.
2023.
Gotcha.
But she also gets Apple TV. She gets MLB TV. She gets some others. I think AT&T also used to have the what's the NFL like?
Sunday ticket.
Yeah, NFL Sunday Ticket. I'm
Really?
pretty sure.
For free.
Yeah, when we were in college, I got it for free. Or like super discounted, for having AT&T. So you
Right.
just have to look at what like credit cards you have or what
Yeah.
providers you have, phone providers, internet providers, and you can get stuff for free or discounted.
Gotcha.
Or like even if you don't have it. So I went on eBay, and people who have T-Mobile are selling their MLB codes
Oh really?
for like $3. So if there's one that
For $3?
yeah, like but if you think about it, like I don't know how many codes they get. Like if they get 10 codes or if they get like 50 codes,
Mm-hmm.
they can price it at whatever they want, and they just making off.
Mhm.
Like, especially if they're not going to use it, they can just share those
That is
codes.
smart.
So yeah, so you can go on like eBay and get someone's code for like League Pass or something
Yeah.
for dumb cheap.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into it because even though I do shit on Netflix a lot, obviously that is the biggest streaming platform, and I don't want to be left out. I don't have FOMO when it comes to other things, but when it comes to shows, I think I do.
You gotta
have
see your
FOMO.
shows.
Yes. So, anything else y'all got to get off your chest?
Fucking bro, if your name's fucking Colton,
Bro, chill. Because you're gonna be like, you gotta delete that.
no. If your
They
name's
don't care.
fucking Colton and you watch this, bro, fuck you. That's all I gotta say.
Oh,
Right,
man.
Luke, he was so hot. It was so funny.
Damn, I wish I had like the ether instrumental to play, like on a soundboard or
Oh
something.
yeah, and Luke, you go in. Just pretend it's in the back, Luke,
No.
and just tell him about himself.
I actually have one more thing that I just remembered.
Get it off
I
your chest.
fucked up big time at work,
What'd you
and
do?
I thought
He
like,
he masturbated.
bro,
at work.
chill. Nah, I fucked up big time though. I like legit was like, bro, they might actually fire me. So we're in the new fiscal year. It started the first of this month, and so Sports Fest. I'm actually wearing the shirt right now, but the event that I always talk about, everyone knows about it at this point. We purchase everything. We buy everything for housing because it's a housing wellness collaboration, but it's really housing's event. So we buy everything for them, build them at the end. So it was a misunderstanding and miscommunication between me and housing. It's my fault, 100%. It's not on housing, but it was just between the both of us. We both just didn't understand. So I give Buddy in housing the invoice for all the Sports Fest prizes, which is like $14,000 of stuff, of jackets, sweatpants, T-shirts, duffel bags, and glasses for over like 1,000 different participants.
Yeah.
And so this whole time thought everything was paid. And today, one of my coworkers for camp, who actually gets us the equipment through his other company, he's like, "Why am I getting a call from my boss that the Sports Fest stuff isn't paid?" And I'm like, "No, that's not right." So I follow up, look through my emails, follow up with housing, and I'm like, "Yo, shit, this was never paid. $14,000 never paid." And we're in the new fucking fiscal year. I got my new budget. So I'm sitting here like, yo, I'm going to have to fucking cut $14,000 from my budget. I might have to fire some staff. I'm already sitting here contemplating like what staff has not been that great that I could let go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, I got to tell my boss about this, but I really didn't want to because today was already stressful as fuck at camp. So many injuries, incidents, all that stuff. I'm like, this might have to wait till tomorrow. But I finally gained the courage. I go in his office, I close the door. He's like, "Oh shit, this isn't good." And his expression didn't make me feel any better. This man does the biggest fucking exhale, like, "Yo, we are fucked." But finally, I end up talking to the budget guy, the finance guy in our office, and he's just like, "Oh no, you're good." He was like, "We have the money, and it's an easy fix." So I was over here shitting bricks. And then like 5 minutes later, I get my letter for a merit increase. So what went from being the worst moment in my work history to getting a raise immediately after.
And you've gotten a raise every year you've been there.
Yeah.
Dang,
so,
shout out to you, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out Zyke.
Yeah, 14,000. I mean, when you look at your budget specifically, it probably looks like a good chunk. But like to the university, bro,
That's nothing.
that's nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's facts. But we going through budget cuts right now. So that's also why I was stressed. Like we supposed to, I mean, they said intramural, our budget is not being cut at all. Rec sports, like we're fine. But still, I was like, yo, $14,000. And I don't know if this is going to fuck housing over. And what makes it even worse is, again, we give them the budget, they pay us back. So they paid essentially for something we never spent. So it's just like $14,000 sitting in limbo.
Yeah.
But it was all resolved. So I guess it wasn't really a get it off your chest, but maybe the best thing I've seen this week. I don't know. It was
I think
in
that's the best
between.
thing you've seen.
It was in between. But
It started off as a.
yeah, I fucked up big time. And during our one-on-one at work, my boss, he's like, yeah, the one thing you need to work on is just being more detail-oriented. And then this is what I do a couple weeks later, just not paying attention to detail. But y'all got anything? Get off your chest or best thing?
It's not a really get it off your chest, but just something I've noticed like lately, especially after that damn, I forgot his name now. That comedian brought it up about Shane Gillis, about how girls volleyball uniforms are.
Yeah.
You remember seeing that?
Nah, I didn't see that clip.
Well, he was saying that there's no reason that women's and girls volleyball need to be wearing like those tight shorts or tight small shorts. And he said, and the joke is like, the person responding, oh yeah, we need it for like to be athletic or whatever, like to be able to move and stuff. It would be like, you're not moving as fast as LeBron James or AI was in 2003.
That is actually very
shorts
true.
below his knees.
That is
Like,
actually very true.
So there's that, and then like because of that joke, I notice it almost everywhere now, and like women sprinters, they're like wearing basically bikinis and stuff. And you're like, if you look at men's sprinters, they're not wearing that.
Okay, I was gonna say sprinters is like the only thing that I could see.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like even if you wore like long compression stuff, like,
Right, or if they just came down to where your cheeks are not out,
Yeah.
it'd still be fine.
honestly, I feel like that'd be mad uncomfortable. Like I don't know
What?
how it is for like, I haven't worn tighty whities or whatever since being a jit, but just imagining that friction, like that does not seem like, and running world record speed for friction, bro, that's insane. But you got anything, Lucas?
Nope.
All right, we can move on. So, oh, that's actually from last week. Forgot to delete it.
What was it?
Music. Y'all don't have anything music-wise?
No, I don't listen
No.
to that stuff.
All right, cool. Streaming. A question that I saw was, what is the best trilogy of all time? Or in your opinion, at least?
Best trilogy.
For me, I'm going to say Batman.
I mean, that's a good one. Best trilogy.
A lot of people might say...
Toy Story.
What? Weren't there 4, though?
There were fucking more than 3 Batman
There was,
movies.
like,
Yeah,
6.
but as far as the... what's his name? Christian Bale, but what was the director that has all the explosions?
Quentin
Michael Bay.
Tarantino.
Michael Bay, yeah.
Yeah, the Michael Bay Batmans. There were only 3 of them.
Wait, no, what? Michael Bay Batman? Those aren't Christopher Nolan.
Or Christopher... Christopher...
I was
Michael
thinking of
Bay
Michael
is
Bay
fucking
Batman.
Transformers, isn't he?
Christopher Nolan, my bad. But there were only 3 of those.
Bro.
Yeah, I don't know which I would
Were there
say.
3 Godfathers?
There's more.
Can't I
But
just pick the first 3 Toy Stories?
Godfather's a good one. You can if you want.
The original, the second, the third.
Yeah, but that's not a trilogy.
It is.
They just started making more money off of it.
Let's see.
Ocean's ones are pretty good
It's.
too.
I just googled best trilogies, and this list has Toy Story, so I'm
Does it?
including it.
Ooh,
And Godfather's on there too.
Mighty Ducks is on this list. Mighty Ducks is a very, bro. Mighty Ducks is such a
Toy
good
Story
fucking movie.
is listed as number 4 on this list.
Dang, Luke, you're wrong.
The Hangover. No, I think
Hangover's
the
funny.
trilogy. Wow, I think the Godfather might actually be a trilogy. Are there more than 3?
Blade.
Look. Maybe
Godfather
has more.
I'm not buying it.
What are you looking at?
I just googled best trilogies.
Yeah, but what fucking website are you looking at?
Empire.
Google.
Empire has Toy Story.
The Godfather
Well, you
is
don't have
only
the
3
screen, Luke.
movies.
Oh, sorry.
So I know a lot of people just because are gonna say the Godfather.
Yeah, Godfather's good. Matrix.
I think
Ooh.
Batman was a good one.
I need to watch The Matrix. I watched it when I was younger, and I was like, this shit
The
does not make any
Bourne.
sense.
The Bourne Identities.
Shout out to Bourne.
The Bournes.
Wait, what was that one you just passed?
It's Jason Bourne.
What was the last one you just passed?
Which one?
That one. Go back down the other way.
The Godfather.
Is Lord of the Rings a trilogy?
Oh, Back to the Future.
No, go the other way.
The Godfather.
Is the Lord of the Rings a
That
trilogy?
fourth one. The fourth
Yeah,
one. The
yeah,
fourth
yeah.
one. What's the fourth one? You keep passing it. The fourth
The
one.
original Star Wars trilogy.
Mm.
Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings. They have it as number 1
Okay.
on this
Yeah,
list.
So I think Lord of the Rings and Star Wars is probably gonna be like
The Fellowship of the Ring.
consensus. But Lord of the Rings is just so goddamn boring, bro.
Yeah, I never really fucked
What
with
the
it.
hell? It's not that boring. It's actually kind of lit.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you fuck with Star Wars?
Me?
Either
No.
y'all?
Yeah, I like Star Wars.
No, but you know how many times I've
Star
heard
Wars is good too, bro.
Luke, I am your father growing up.
You're everybody's son.
Literally every single person
You're
who's
everybody's
like, "What's
son.
like?" I'll be like, "Hi, I'm Luke," and then that's the first thing they say,
Luke,
and I'm
I am
like,
your father.
Surprised you didn't switch back to Christian after that.
I actually have never said that to Luke. That's funny.
Yeah, I've never said that either.
And he's
No.
my son. Oh, that's crazy.
"My dad's never even said that."
He's never told you he
That's
was
so
his
sad,
father.
right? That's so sad, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna hug Luke after the pod.
All right, sports. So I'm sorry, AJ. I'm sorry that you have to relive this, but unfortunately, the Heats were defeated by the Nuggies
Yeah, they were the better team.
4-1.
They were the better team.
Bro,
The
I
Nuggies.
know I said it a couple of different times, but I've just never seen a team make it this far in the playoffs or to the finals and be this bad with contested layups or scoring in the paint. Like the Heat, they could hit the mid-range, they could hit the 3, but the inside game, bro, like it was just
It's just so small.
so many missed layups.
Yeah,
Like,
but it was only. I mean, I don't think they struggled with it that much in the beginning of the playoffs. It was really this series and part of last series.
No, I felt like
part
it
of the
was all-
Celtics series.
There were so many games specifically in the Celtics series where I'm like, I don't know how the Heat. Just won
Yeah,
this
I think there were like 3 or so.
game. Yeah,
But in this series, it seemed like every game almost.
exactly.
Yeah,
And maybe it's just the length of the Nuggies.
I think and also it's that, but like they're not much longer than the Bucks, you know, or even the Celtics. But I think it's just sorry. What I think it is that teams learned how to defend us over like the Nuggets did it the best, but every time we went further, teams got better at defending us at the rim. And then it came down to whether we were hitting shots or not.
But is that really a team learning how to defend you? Like, there's only so many ways you could defend someone at the rim.
Or just
I just felt
defend
like
us.
y'all were smoking
Defend us in
layups.
general, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just defend us in general, but also defend us by the rim because we were getting fouled. We were getting fouled a lot, and we were drawing contact, and their teams were becoming to be more disciplined. Especially the Nuggets were more disciplined. When we were going to the basket, because even in like the Bucks series and stuff, we were finishing at the rim, but we were also getting fouled too.
Yeah.
And I think we just ran out of steam as well because we lost people along the way over and over again.
I don't even remember at this point what Oladipo's injury was. It was his back.
Patella,
His patella, you said?
Patella tendon.
Well, I thought it was like his back or some shit. But obviously now we're going into the off season. There's a lot of rumors going around. I know Dame to the Heat is something that a lot of people are wanting, and it's something that he kind of alluded to. Had they not won the finals, Bradley Beal was something
to the
that
Heat.
I
Also,
don't want
Yeah.
him. I don't want him.
bro, there
Why-
were a lot of players I feel like rumored to the Heat this summer.
Why don't you want Beal? Is it just because the money?
He also is very injury prone too.
Okay.
Like he's been injured the past 3 years or so, and he hasn't in the past year he didn't really play that well or up to like his more recent standard.
Yeah.
He was more passive, and that's not what we need. We need someone who's gonna be a good scorer for us. That's why I really want Dame. Dame will be lit. And if we don't get Dame, I think we kind of stay with what we have and
Yeah.
add a little more size, but
Okay.
not not traditional size. Size that still helps us be dynamic and versatile. Like we can't give up versatility just for size because
Mhm.
that's gonna kill our advantages. Like the reason why we were able to upset people is because we were the most uniquely built team and had the most unique play style, I think, in the
Yeah.
entire playoffs.
Got you. I don't know if I said this on the last podcast, but I think a player that would be lit, even though he is old, but I think Brook Lopez on like this Heat team would be a
He-
nice little piece.
He could be, but he doesn't move his feet. His feet are too slow.
Yeah.
Like we switch everything. Like if we had to go to a zone, he wouldn't be able to play the zone that we play that had been successful for us. So like I do like it, but like you said, he's older, and I'm sure we could make it work, but I'd rather not give up our versatility
Yeah.
just to get. So I'd rather get someone else who can stretch the floor, but also be like a rim protector.
Do y'all know any big upcoming free agents?
Is Brook a free agent?
Yeah, he's a free
I think-
agent.
You don't think Brook can stretch the floor?
He can stretch.
I'm
I think
talking about
AJ's
on
talking
defense.
defensively.
And yeah, but I don't know.
He
Brook,
does.
he's also a rim protector.
He can't switch when to five.
Yeah,
But
no, that's
so
true.
I'm
He
talking
can't
about
switch one.
someone who's so like
He's a rim protector, but he can't switch 1 to 5.
right. But there, so maybe like a Jeremy Grant, right, or a player that's like he's not really big, but he can grab rebounds. He can move his feet, still play defense, and give us that same defensive versatility that we're known for, and stretch the floor by hitting threes and being able to play alongside Bam. Because right now most of the bigs we can't play with Bam. Well, it's not even just Bam. It's just Jimmy and Bam. They do most of their work in the mid range and in the post, or in the paint. If we added another big who isn't able to complement them, it would hurt us more than
Yeah.
it would help us.
Would you like DeAndre Jordan? Or
If he was
you
gonna
want-
if he was gonna be a backup,
Yeah.
like if he instead of Cody Zeller, maybe.
Bro, Zeller just so
Bro,
ass shit.
Zeller. Anytime we come in the game, I would be dying laughing.
And it's
Foul,
the fact
blow a layup, like a wide open layup. Get
it's
his
just
own
the
rebound.
fact that he's the highest drafted player and the only first round draft pick on that Heat team. Like that's wild to
No,
me.
we
I
had Jimmy was first round.
Oh,
Wasn't
okay.
Bam first
Well,
round too?
then
Bam
Zeller
13.
Zeller
yeah.
was
He was
the
the highest one.
Yeah,
He was
my
pick
bad.
4.
I apologize for disrespecting them boys. But yeah, South Florida, they just giving us blue balls, bruh.
Oh wait, was he higher than Kevin Love? Kevin Love was 5 maybe.
I don't know.
But
Somewhere
whatever.
around there.
Yeah.
South Florida having a great sports here, but just not great enough.
Yeah, just not finishing.
Yeah, it's disappointing, but hopefully someone can pull through. Eventually, we have football season coming up with the Dolphins and Canes, FIU, FAU. Hopefully,
Yeah.
somebody can
I think.
do something.
But the thing is, like, we, as a South Florida sports area, what's consistent across all teams is that they overachieved.
Oh, 100%. All of them.
Yeah. So that there's a win in that, but got to build on that so we can.
Yeah,
we can get
you
a
want to see them win
championship down here.
the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Exactly.
And the fucking Nuggies. People talking about them being people being like sports TV analysts talking about
Mhm.
them being a dynasty already. Like,
What? Excuse
Well,
me?
having the opportunity. I don't know if
Yeah.
they are already.
no, yeah, not being a dynasty already, but having the opportunity to be a dynasty.
I think they've had the most, I want to say convincing, but, most dominating run that a team has had in the past, few years
Mhm.
Yeah.
in the playoffs.
And they've done a good job of like developing the talent. Like a lot of it's drafted, not all of it, obviously, but a lot of it's drafted and developed.
I mean, they're quote unquote big three, yeah, all drafted.
Who?
Jamal, Jokic, and then Michael Porter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would say Aaron Gordon would be in the 3 before.
Yeah.
Michael Porter,
I'm
but-
just saying, like, the three
Yeah,
quote unquote superstars. Like, Michael Porter Jr. still has some development to go, but
Mhm.
as far as who is most important in these playoffs, yeah, it was
That
Aaron
last
Gordon.
game he took off.
Bro, I'm really happy for Jamal Murray too.
Yeah.
Cause I've been saying for a while that I think he's better than Donovan Mitchell. And people haven't really believed me, but I think he's kind of proven it.
Yeah.
What do you think about Jamal Murray?
I think he's Jamal Furry.
Jamal
Bro.
Murray.
He can't think about Jamal Murray without thinking about his pubes.
That's funny.
Little
But yeah,
freak,
honestly though,
man.
like if Jokic doesn't retire,
no,
they're
yeah,
gonna be good
yeah.
for a minute. Cause Jokic is pretty unguardable, you know.
He is very unguardable.
Like it's not like
It's stupid to watch.
every single like team that he played had a great defender.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was Rudy Gobert, and I mean, Cat's not a great defender, but they had another big body they can put on him. I guess DeAndre Ayton's not great either, but defensively. But DeAndre Ayton can go toe to toe with them, at least size wise and length wise, and then AD and being a good defender, and then bam.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it just didn't matter. Whatever the people threw at him, the man was hitting threes, turning
he's just
around.
like what it wasn't. Yeah, he got. It's not that he got whatever he wanted, but he can take whatever they gave him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he didn't force nothing. Like,
Right.
And being a playmaker at that size, like in the post, a double comes, you just turn and kick to an open shooter.
you
Like,
can see over everybody.
that's stupid.
It's
Or dribbling coast to coast.
Or just like
a lot of people getting sick of his shtick of just not caring. But to me, I love it because I enjoy. Yes, people make it to the league, whether it's NBA, NFL, whatever. Everyone's like, your main goal should be to win a championship. But for some people, that's not their goal. Like maybe they just enjoy playing basketball. They just want to be around the game, or they're trying to make a living for their family, whatever. And that seems to be Jokic's thing. Like he's good at basketball. He does it. He just cares about his family and his horses. And if he wins a championship, great. But that's not the ultimate goal.
he definitely cares about winning. But
Yeah.
I think his thing is he just doesn't like the celebrity of it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
all the like interviewing and talking about himself and stuff that comes with it.
But I see so many like tweets and people saying like this man should be caring more. And I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
why?
Yeah.
Like,
He's won his ring. He's won his MVPs.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah, what else would he care
yeah,
about?
exactly.
You know?
Exactly. He's literally
He
at the top of the
clearly
game.
he cares enough because he's putting in the work to be
Yeah.
to be that good. He didn't just wake up and be that good.
Yeah, no, that's
Mhm.
facts. That's facts. I think this also put an end to the Embiid Jokic debate, and to me, it's just like, just appreciate both of them.
Yeah.
Like
Well, what do you mean debate? And why?
about who's better, Embiid or Jokic,
Yeah.
as the best big in the league.
Yeah, I don't know that it put that debate to bed, because if you want to say offensively, then yes, Jokic is better offensively, but Jokic isn't as good defensively.
Yeah,
so
but
if you're trying to say,
I'm saying that I think that most people would agree they would rather have Jokic than Embiid on their team.
oh, okay, yeah, there you. I don't think that was an argument, or shouldn't be an argument, because Embiid can't stay on the
From
floor.
76ers fans, like
Yeah.
Jerome and my friend Ryan, we were messaging, and a lot of them were like, "Man, fuck watching Jokic." Like the whole season, like they were shitting on Jokic.
Yeah.
Because the MVP race the last couple of years have been like Embiid or Jokic, like who should win.
Yeah.
So they've been shitting on Jokic for a while, and then after seeing that, they were like, "Oh, maybe not."
Well, no matter what your opinion is, neither one of them is going to change the game of basketball after they retire. Like my man, Carl Anthony Towns. That nigga said he changed the game of basketball, bro.
He
Yeah, that's
hasn't.
wild. You think he has?
How has he not? Explain to me how he hasn't.
Bro, that is one player that should never fucking have that take in their entire life. He is so butt cheeks to me.
Oh, I
You
don't think
like
he's
him, though.
no. I don't think he's butt cheeks. I think he's a good player.
Yeah. You like him, right, AJ?
Yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
good.
But
too.
being like a transcendent
No, not at all.
star, like changing the way the game is played.
I just
That's
don't
not
know
true.
in what, because he's not that athletic, so it's not like he's
No,
like,
but he's a
oh,
big who can shoot.
Yeah, but there's been bigs
Yeah.
who can shoot.
Oh, of course, of course.
He's not this superstar passer. Like there's not one thing he does where it's like he's the best in the league at this, or the combination of things. Because literally everything he can do,
I can do
Jokic
better.
can do better. Embiid can do better.
Mm,
You can't tell me yes.
I mean, there are things I think that he can do better than both of them.
Like
Like
what?
what?
I think he's a better passer than Embiid is.
I don't know. I can't speak on that one.
I wouldn't say that he is, but I could give you that one.
And then for Jokic, I think I mean, I don't know for sure, but
He's more athletic than Jokic. That's it.
yeah, like faster. Can
But
Jump
still
higher.
not taking
Maybe-
Cat
maybe
over.
not
no,
be
no,
as
no.
strong.
You're not taking Cat over either of them. But I'm just saying. I was just pointing out that there are things that he can do
Yeah.
better.
Like he's not.
But yeah,
even
he's
a
not- he's
top
not-
5 big in the
He's
league.
not changing the league like Curry changed the league, like the way 3-pointers are
Exactly.
the name of the game or whatever. Like he's
The name of the game. What's the name of the game? It's
he's
Call of Duty
yeah,
Towns.
he's not changing the league, so we can move off that. And bro, when he changes his voice, he's such a that makes him seem like such a clown.
He is a clown, bro.
He reminds me, you know what? He reminds me of Nicholas Buttocks. And like the type of personality that he has.
Bro, that is facts.
But did you tell him about what Buttocks did?
Oh my
Tell me-
gosh!
tell
No,
me
I
off
didn't.
pod.
Well, tell him
Tell
off
me
phone.
off
Tell him
pod.
off phone.
So the NFL has tried reaching out to.
How you skip a whole thing? We don't have
my
to talk.
fault,
We don't
my
have to talk about it, but
My fault. No, I honestly
no, we
didn't
don't have
see
to
it.
talk about it. It's okay.
NBA draft favorite prospects.
Oh, I have something else too. That was kind of get off my chest, but it was
Go
NBA.
for it.
The Heat fans wanting to trade Bam.
They want to do it now or
No, just
earlier
like
in the
just in
season?
general,
Yeah.
wanting to trade Bam and being like and looking at our team and saying, Bam is where we need to fix things.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, honestly, initially in the season when I was seeing those type of tweets
Yeah.
and whatnot and hearing that conversation, I was like, no, you're stupid. But then there was a point in the playoffs where I'm like, maybe I see it now. But the way he finished the playoffs, like with his Celtics series and even how he played throughout the Denver Nuggets series, like he played amazing. So he's not the issue.
Do you think all sports fans are like that when their team's losing? Like they just have very irrational takes?
Probably,
Yes.
but so my thing with the Bam stuff is even when he actually never there. I mean, obviously he has some bad games, but even in the games where people are like really mad at him and stuff, dude is like there was a few games where dude still had 20 and 10 and almost
Yeah.
a triple double, and they were mad at him for not being offensively aggressive. Like
Yeah.
Bam came into the league, he was supposed to be basically what Robert Williams is. He's way outpaced that.
That is
And
actually very
he
true.
he does so much. Like he's built and improved every single year that he's been in the league, and he does so many things that as a center or a big just in general, like whether we want to call him a true center or not, it's basketball's getting more positionless anyway. He does so many things that no other big can do. Like there's no bigs out there that I have a list because I was talking to other people about it. That can guard 1 to 5, can get 5 assists a game, can bring the ball up and initiate floor, is also a lob threat, is a great rebounder, hits mid-range shots, can be a one-man fast break, and also hits free throws over 80%.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no other centers that are like that.
Yeah.
So it's like you keep him at all costs,
Yeah.
and then you build around where he's not as good at, and understand that he's going to take time to grow.
Yeah. And you're right. He is going to take some time to grow. A lot of people are going to be impatient, especially in this
At least offensively.
Microwave society that we're in. But he has a lot of potential. Like everything you just listed, and he's
still
super
has a lot,
athletic.
yeah.
Like he's not the most athletic person we've ever seen, but he is extremely athletic. And I think he could be a lot better than what he actually is right now. And I guess as an unbiased person, it would be nice to see him be more aggressive. Not in the sense of taking more shots and trying to score more, but just like literally
being mean.
Yeah, being
That's what I
mean
call
and
it,
backing niggas down that he should be able to back down. And not shooting floaters in certain types of situations.
Yeah, no, that's my same critique of him too. Yeah. But it's not that. All right, we need to move on from him because he's not doing this right now. Like he was an all-star this year.
Exactly.
And like, so I had another question based on that. What bigs would you guys take over Bam in the league now?
If you the two we talked about.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd probably take AD.
80. I wouldn't.
If
you can turn injuries off.
Yeah, if you can turn injuries off.
Definitely.
If you can turn injuries off, then
100%.
Yes. If not, no.
Yeah, because I know I know what I'm getting with Bam as far as health goes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about all the teams in the NBA.
Giannis is up there.
I was just gonna say, are we considering Giannis?
Yeah, but what do we call it? What else would we count him as?
I mean, I'm saying he's a
the
perimeter
motherfucker's
player.
big, so
yeah. I'm gonna say
he's big, but that's where he scores most of his points, like
at the rim
in the areas that bigs do.
He's better than Julius Randle.
And even Giannis, like yes, Giannis, but if Bam gets mean in the way Giannis is, like how if he attacks the rim the way Giannis does, then I'm probably still gonna pick Bam because he can hit free throws.
Oh,
well, think about it. Bam's a 20 and 10 guy right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Giannis is what?
30 and
12,
and then some assists too.
Yeah, Bam gets like 5 assists a game, or he can.
But
if he starts attacking the rim like Giannis instead of taking 50-footer or not 50-footers, 15-footers or like these mid-range where he's floating, he'll be at like 20. He'll be at like maybe 28 points a game. He'll probably be getting fouled more, so that'll probably add to his overall whatever. And he hits free throws at a much higher clip.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm taking
bigs.
Even if he does get mean, I don't think I'm taking him over Giannis.
Yeah.
Also defensively, like Giannis is long body.
I think it's so is Bam.
All right.
No,
so
Giannis is more long body than Bam.
Let's exclude Bam. Who else? There's not really anyone.
Or Giannis. I think I would still lean Giannis. I'm not saying you're wrong, Luke. I'm just saying it's really close. It depends on my team build for me.
I'm trying to think who else.
There's not really anybody else.
Victor Wembanyama. He ain't even in the league yet. Bro, would you, if you could get Victor right now, would you trade Bam? Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Bro.
Maybe. Probably, yeah.
It's kind of wild to think about.
But it's like, it depends on where your team is at, you know? Like, if you're ready to win now, I don't know that you want to take that chance.
Take
maybe
Victor?
you do. Yeah.
Oh, if I'm ready to win now, I'm probably taking. I feel like Victor could slot in and contribute right away.
Not to completely change topics, AJ.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what you had was NBA prospects.
Yeah.
Scoot Henderson. I feel like I'm falling into the fucking DK Metcalf trap of like just seeing this nigga's body. And like, is he actually gonna be that? Like, y'all think he's gonna be?
I think he's gonna be super lit.
I think he's gonna be lit.
I think he's gonna be. Yeah. I mean, if Victor Wembanyama projects to what he projects to, I think he'll still be the best in that draft, but I think Scoot will be a very close second I think he's going to be really good.
Just because knowing how my fellow skinny niggas are, I don't know. I think I might lean towards
You would take Scoot?
Yeah.
That's something that'll get you fired. I feel like in the NBA.
I know.
If you pass on Victor. Now, obviously, no prospect is 100% like a hit, right?
But that one's
just
such
a must-take.
It's a lob. It's a
must-take.
layup. You got to take it.
You have to.
Yeah.
And
but I'm taking Scoot second though.
Oh, I think.
A lot of people are saying Brandon Miller second.
Yeah,
but I'm taking Scoot second.
No, I do like Brandon Miller. I like all three of them. I mean, obviously they're supposed to go 1, 2, 3. But yeah, I think I take Scoot second too. But yeah, you don't pass on Victor, Zach. Zach, that's like you passing for Paul George and the Kevin Durant when we were in the league. Like,
But that was just not because I was like, oh, Paul George is a better player.
also, you have to think, you're the worst at evaluating talent.
I'm not saying Scoot is going to be better than Wemby.
I'm being stupid.
I'm just saying for longevity purposes and durability.
Alex English or Wemby?
Well, I mean, look at Giannis came in looking like Wemby, and look at him now. He's beefed up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Scoot's gonna be. I've been watching like workout videos of him and stuff. I think he's gonna be able to shoot way better than people think he does right now.
Yeah.
That's his downfall.
Yeah,
Not downfall, but his weakness.
Yeah, and another thing is that like during these games, a lot of like I've been listening to. Well, I think we listened to some podcasts where it seems like he was like cruising, right?
Yeah.
In certain games, and then he would turn it on.
It's like an Anthony Edwards almost. Anthony Edwards did that in college, like, kind of was in cruise control.
Yeah.
And then would turn it on when he needed to.
How I really know I'm falling for the DK Metcalf trap is I haven't seen a single game highlight of Scoot. I'm just going off of the practice videos, and I think he's gonna be that.
You're looking at him flex his muscles.
I'm just watching him shoot in the gym with, watching him in the gym shoot with nobody but himself.
What does pubes look like, Zach? That's how you could tell a real hooper. Zach evaluates by. If Zach was a scout,
that is
what's
very
your pubes
true.
look like?
So the NFL, they reached out.
Wait, we still didn't even go over the prospects.
You just said you didn't want to talk about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can
Do you want to talk about it?
He wants to talk. Just let him talk about it.
Luke, go ahead.
We can skip it.
All right. So for the third fucking time, the NFL reached out to the Lions as well as several other teams to be on Hard Knocks. The Lions, they were just on it last year. So it'd be back-to-back seasons, but several other teams are just refusing to be on Hard Knocks. They think it's a distraction. They just don't want that fucking circus in their locker room prior to the season. But if there's one thing I do not want to fucking see is the Lions on Hard Knocks.
You liked it last year.
I thought it was decent, but I don't want to see it for a second year in a row.
Oh, okay.
Not at all. And I think HBO or the NFL, they just need to change it because I think the requirements to be on Hard Knocks is you have to be a team that didn't make the playoffs in the year prior. Ratings and viewership would skyrocket if you had playoff teams in it.
Yeah. If it was like the Eagles or something,
yes,
like,
people
what are they
going
to do to actually win it this year?
Yeah, people want to see the Eagles. They want to see the Chiefs on Hard Knocks. They don't want to see the fucking, no offense,
Bears.
AJ, the Washington Commanders. That's not who they want to see.
Yeah, I would want to see. I mean, the Ravens didn't make the playoffs. Oh, they did, right?
Yeah.
In the wild card.
Or if you don't want to get like the super hyped up teams, like get the teams that got bounced like first round of the playoffs or like the wild card teams, like the Dolphins made the playoffs last year, right? Yeah, like put the Dolphins in it. Like that'd be entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
Like you didn't make it all the way, but you were on the cusp.
And there's some stars on that team.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to see these fucking trash ass teams.
Yeah.
No, that's facts. I can agree with that. I can see the distraction piece, especially because they just, I don't know if but they started the mid-season Hard Knocks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which that's probably way more of a distraction than the preseason.
Yeah.
Especially if it's not going too well.
Yeah.
And that one was Cardinals, right?
Yeah, and I'm sure the Cardinals thought everything was going to be peachy, and then distraction.
Yeah.
Last but not, oh wait, no, that was it. Because I already talked about us getting blue balls. So do you want to talk about your draft prospects now that I'm done with the NFL? I finally got to my point.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Who's your favorite prospect?
I don't want to talk about it, bro. I don't want to talk about it. No, I'll just say a couple things.
He can't help himself.
So last year,
Mm-hmm.
I thought 3 prospects were going to be lit. And this was I wasn't picking like the people in the beginning. Obviously, I'm not going to pick like Victor or Wembanyama or anything like that. But last year I picked Shaden Sharp.
Wait, I don't mean to interrupt. Didn't we, like this time last year, predict prospects that we thought would be good?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Did we? Oh, okay.
Last year I picked Shaden Sharp. I picked 3 last year and I have them listed.
Wait, Shaden Sharp's an NBA player?
Yes.
Oh.
He plays for the
Bro,
Trailblazers.
I'm telling you, I watch zero NBA now.
Okay.
Playoffs I finally watched, but I was watching none of the
You thought he
rest.
was coming into the draft this year.
Okay, so my
And he's
bad,
on the
continue.
Trailblazers. And I'm going to mention some players, but again, we revisited them last year after they were drafted too, based on like team that they were on. But Benedict Mathurin was my second, and I said he was gonna be lit, and
Bro,
he's
you're
been.
just making names up. These not real players. These generated players.
AJ, what team
Yeah.
is Benedict Mathurin on?
Pacers.
Zach, what the fuck, bro? Not only is on the Pacers, but he hooped this
Did
year.
he?
Yes, bro.
Benedict Arnold?
Benedict. I almost typed in Benedict fucking Arnold.
What's his name?
Benedict Mathurin.
Oh, okay.
You can look him up. He played well, and then Ty Washington was one. That
Okay, Ty, I know.
I did not hit. Bro, Ty Washington is the worst out of
I
the
forget
three.
who I said, but I said I thought Keegan Murray was going to be good. I think I picked him for maybe. I remember saying that
He had.
I didn't know if he was going to win Rookie of the Year, but I think he was going to have the biggest impact on winning.
Keegan Murray.
Yeah, and
Look at his numbers.
they
Zach.
went to the thingy.
Keegan Murray?
No, that guy that you're just looking at.
Oh, yeah. I was just looking at his stats. He had a decent season. Whoops.
For a rookie, averaged almost 17 points a game.
16. That's decent.
Yeah.
He had 26 against the Knicks April 9th.
He had a few games of like 30 plus. He might even had a 40 ball. Anyway, this upcoming draft, before we get into landing spots or anything like that, I kind of like Keontae George, who played at Baylor.
Okay.
He just gets buckets. Like his percentages weren't that great, but
What
he
position?
he reminds me.
Oh, the
of-
draft is coming up is this week.
Yeah.
like Thursday.
No, that's why I wanted to talk about it. No,
Okay.
then you're in your Phil shit.
Well, my watch died, so I had to set the timer on.
Yeah,
my
but that's why I wanted to talk about it now, just in case. Keontae George, he'll probably slot into like the two. He's a guard. He's 6'4", so not. But he's athletic, bucket getter. He reminds me a little bit of Anthony Edwards.
Okay, then I definitely fuck with him.
Just if you watch his highlights, he's kind of lit. And then Cason Wallace. You know, I always got to have a Kentucky player on there. Cason Wallace is a point guard. Plays great defense. Can shoot at all three levels. He has had some injuries, and AJ and I were listening to a podcast where it was like his first 14 games before his injury, he was shooting like 43% from three or something like that. And then after his injury, it dropped down to like 29% or
Okay.
something wild. So he's had a back injury and some leg injuries. Just unfortunate stuff like diving for the ball and a player lands on his leg, and then he's out for a couple games.
Got you.
But hopefully he can stay healthy. Yeah. He'll have to work on his being a facilitator and just better at setting other people up. But he can score. He's great on defense. He's probably the best defensive guard, and he's supposed to get drafted somewhere at the end of the lottery. And then Keontae George is supposed to get drafted somewhere at the end of the lottery too. So I would love it if the Raptors got Keontae George
Okay.
Or Kason?
or Kason, but I think
You'd rather Keontae?
yeah, if they're both
guys only have
available,
a-
if they're both available, like I would love Keontae.
I think I need to watch more on Keontae, but I think I'd rather Kason.
You have watched Keontae?
I said I need to watch more on Keontae. But I think if I was the Raptors, especially since they prioritize defense first, and they're losing Fred VanVleet as a point guard, I think that's who they would go to if they had the option of those two left on the board. Because Gary Trent's a good defender at the 2. They have a defender at the 3, which they'll probably trade, but
Yeah, but I don't know. When I think about draft, and we talked about this in the car, like I want just best available.
yeah.
I'm not gonna focus.
That's what
on
I'm saying.
like,
I also
fit and
think
stuff.
Kason would be a little bit better, but I don't know. That's why I said I need to watch more Keontae.
So those are my players right now. We can talk about it.
You're saying
After they get
that's your
drafted?
mindset always, or just for this specific
No,
draft?
always. I always think you get best available. You're not gonna go off fit. You shouldn't go off fit. Because if you know someone, like, and not know that they're gonna hit, but there's a higher percentage chance that they're gonna turn out to be
Yeah,
the
but if
player
you-
that you
yeah.
think they'll be. Why would you pass on that for someone who fits your team better, who might be slightly worse in the
Well,
potential?
why is that the only other option? Why wouldn't it be like I think Kason and what's the dude's name and Keontae are gonna be they project to be
Yeah, I'm
the
not
same
saying
level of player. I'm gonna pick the one. If
Oh,
you-
I
if
don't
I
think
think
they-
they're equal. then why wouldn't I pick the one that?
I mean, I
fits
guess
better?
yeah, if you think they're equal, but I don't think that they're equal.
But at the same time, I feel like this is a bad example, but say you're the Warriors and fucking Trey Young is the best available player. You're taking Trey Young
Yeah.
as best available?
Well, it depends who else is there, but yeah,
If he's best available.
if he's best available, I'm taking him.
I mean, we already established I'm
Even
a bad GM.
the thing is like that trade value when Trey Young becomes Trey Young.
He's not gonna become Trey Young behind Steph though, or like you still gotta find time for him. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean
that's why people go with fit. Also.
yes, but if Trey Young becomes Trey Young, which he became Trey Young, if the Warriors would have taken him, I feel like he would have likely become Trey Young anyway. You can always move him later.
Yeah, I guess.
Like if the person is the best available, you'll find playtime for them.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, for my predictions, I probably want to wait till I see where people land, but I think Kobe Buffkin can probably be decent too. He's in the later round. Like I like picking people that'll be later. I think he could be decent.
Yeah, he was projected anywhere from like end of lottery to the end of first round.
Oh really? I was thinking most of the end of first round.
Is that mindset just NBA basketball or NFL too?
What do you mean? Oh, the best
I
available.
think it had to be NBA only.
Fit.
I mean, I think it's more so NBA.
Okay.
But if you have like, I feel like NFL. I don't know why. I feel like NFL it's more predictable.
Because you draft for what you need more than.
Oh, I meant. I mean like it's more predictable
how good they're gonna be.
How good they're gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah, like at the top of the draft, like someone's gonna be a fucking star. Like they're already at or close to their potential. I don't know how. I don't know. The scouts are very good at what they do, but like at that point, I mean, it depends who's on the board, but for the most part, yes, I would take best available.
I think it's easier to tell in the NFL who's going to be good too, because like most positions are highly like specialized. You know.
Yeah.
Like every single play, you only do one thing.
Yeah, it could
for
also
the most part, unless you're a quarterback. But a corner is always going to be a corner, you know. So it's like, all right, you can rank people based on how they perform better than.
It could also be because they're in the league for 3 years. I mean, in the college for 3 years before they can get drafted.
So there's more film on them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
In 2 years.
It is?
No,
I thought it was 3.
You're right. 3. Yeah, 3. But yeah, that's all I got. Y'all got anything else?
No, have a great week, everyone.
Yes. It's been another episode of Save It for the Pod. Phil, hopefully your wedding planning went well, and that's why you missed it. Better have been worth it. Peace.
Wait, hold on. Matt, if you're still listening, let us know who you want the Cavs to. Oh, wait, they don't even have their pick. Do they?
I don't know. You tell us.
All right, Matt. Let us know what you want. What you want. Oh my gosh. Let us know what you want your Cavs to do.
There could be a lot of movements. Trade movement. Seems like a lot of people want to move up.
Yeah.
I want the Raptors. If they don't take Keontae George, I want you to fucking move up. If you're listening,
wait, hold on. If you're the Pelicans, would you trade Zion to Charlotte for that second pick?
If I'm the Pelicans, yeah, I'm doing it.
You're trading Zion for
if I'm the
pick
if
2?
I'm the Hornies, I'm not doing it.
You're not doing it?
That'd be Zach's basketball team name.
I don't know. Is it like because he's from the Carolinas, right? So that's automatically gonna people are buying jerseys, right?
Yeah.
He's a Jordan brand athlete. It's not for sure whether Jordan's gonna sell or not, even though it seems like he's lightly looking, but I don't know if you can get him healthy. If you can have Jordan be like, "Yo, you're fat. Get away from these hoes."
Yeah.
It might work out.
That is very true.
And him and LaMelo playing together would be crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine him, LaMelo, if they can get Miles Bridges to act right, playing together, and then having Mark Williams back there too. I guess mostly just defensively, but they could be lit.
Does Miles Bridges come back ever?
Yeah, he's allowed back now. I think they're trying to he's a restricted free agent this year, I think.
Oh.
But
Anyway.
that would be a lot of passing, high flying, and fun
Yeah.
going on in the Hornets jerseys.
Yeah, but do you move Scoot for that?
Do I move Scoot for that? I don't know. That's
Scoot could be high flying and fun.
yeah, that's true. But then that goes into what your philosophy is on whether you're gonna like Zion might fit better with that starting unit than Scoot because you already have a good point guard in LaMelo. But you also are like, all right, I might take best available, and you might not want to risk have the risk of Zion not being healthy.
If you're Mariah Mills, would you rather go to New Orleans or Charlotte to visit?
New Orleans.
You think New Orleans? New Orleans is probably more fun than Charlotte.
Yeah.
Charlotte's like getting better though.
Charlotte's pretty big too. Yeah, I think
Really?
it's underrated, but I would probably still rather go New Orleans.
But
She'd get a lot of
where is
those
she from?
beads there.
Where's she from right now?
New Orleans. Show some titties.
Where is she from? What if like Charlotte's closer to home? And she's like, all
Dang,
right,
that's
I'm right
true. Zach, Google that.
What am I googling?
Where is Mariah Mills? Where was she born?
here. Where is she from? Or like, where does she currently live? Maybe if you're Zion, it might be easier to move her like if she's closer, to move her closer than moving her to New Orleans. You know.
Hopefully, Tatiana sees your history.
She doesn't care.
I'm
She
joking.
prefers that I watch porn.
She prefers. Man, shout out Tati.
Shout out Mariah Mills.
She's from Queens, New York.
I don't know if that helps.
Yeah. Maybe leave her there. Yeah. So okay. What position would you trade out of for Zion? Any in the top 5 or no?
Oh, I think if you're not top 3,
Then
I think
yes.
if you're 4 or 5, you can trade for Zion. I think top 3, I would rather pick any of those guys than Zion.
You think
And that's
Brandon
not
Miller too?
based off talent alone.
Sheesh.
That's me talking about.
You don't like the company he keeps.
I mean, I don't mind. I love porn, but it's just like he hasn't played much because of injury. He's still for NBA standards at least on the bigger side, which doesn't lend well to injuries. And on top of that, now there's extra distractions. So I'd rather take any of the 3.
Yeah. All right.
Talent-wise as well, I also like the 3, but it's not talent alone that I'm making this decision. Okay, that's been another episode of
Yes,
Potting with Mariah Mills.
All right, peace. Oh shit, the camera's been off.